The much anticipated, I think, on the bourses, the listing is expected to be tomorrow.
That's right. So the listing of Jio Financial Services, erstwhile Reliance Strategic Investments, happens tomorrow. It is touted to be among the top 5 biggest financial companies in India on day one of its listing. Now imagine the kind of value unlocking that Reliance is trying to do with this. Number one, analysts expect that the JFS shares would be traded anywhere between 160 to 190 rupees the moment they list on the bourses. So that is the kind of value unlock. Would Reliance be able to add in a 1:1 ratio on the existing Reliance Industries share price? Would it be able to add about 200 rupees in a day? It wouldn't. So it would need to hit upper circuit, almost go up 8 to 9% to be able to add those 200 rupees in its current value. Now imagine with this unlocking, the JFS, Jio Financial Services, will have pretty much the same number of shares as Reliance Industries does, each share going between 160 to 190 rupees. So that's the kind of value unlock that Reliance is doing with JFS being listed tomorrow. It is, as I said, going to be among the top 5 most valued financial services companies, and therein lies the real business model. Now, why would Reliance demerge? It's not just value unlocking.
I was about to come to that.
So, I think
the rationale behind demerging, I think many of our viewers would want to know why the demerging, what is the strategic importance of demerging at this juncture?
So, the strategic importance of demerger is value unlock, but the strategic importance of being a pure play financial services company right now is an opportune time, because we are talking about government spends on infrastructure. We are talking about unlocking the animal spirits of corporate India. We are in a high interest rate regime. Now, how does a financial services company really work? It tries to borrow cheap and lend expensive, right? JFS will have no challenge in borrowing cheap from its parent company, Reliance Industries, which is flush with cash, and will be able to lend this at a rate more compelling than banks, which are offering a high interest rate for credit offtake to industry. And therein lies the business model of JFS. And JFS will be able to therefore seek a cheap inflow of funds and send it out at a better than market rate to deployment by industry, and therefore make that interest rate swap margin. And this overall, I think, comes at a good time when we are hoping for private investments to take off. We are hoping for capex investments to take off, and not just that, not just industry, even the large population. Now, Reliance Jio has got access to consumer insights, databases, thanks to its telecom platform and its retail platform, pretty much across the board. So imagine the kind of data available, the kind of analytics that can be run, and the kind of loans that can be disbursed by Jio Financial Services and reach its customers without really depending on third-party data. And the direct marketing that can be done using the Jio platform, I think it's a golden opportunity. And just when you start thinking that, hey, Reliance has diversified enough, has done it all, it comes and does a little more.
I'm amazed by how diverse a business model can be. I mean, I think two entities that stand out clearly, one being Adani and the other being Reliance. There is no business that they are not in, Kartik. From your telecom to, airports to financial services to everything, literally everything.
Absolutely, and why not? I think you have to give it to the gumption of the leadership at Reliance Industries. It's not a company that, that sat on its laurels, sat on the glory of what Dhirubhai Ambani created and left to the children. I think despite the spat between the two brothers, Mukesh and Anil Ambani, I think the business acumen of Mukesh Ambani is something else. It's at another level. And not just this demerger, I think look at the bets Reliance has made with getting Hamleys into India, with getting Demerger into India, and not just at the retail level. Look at the revolution created in the telecom space. Who would have thought that a new entrant entering a fairly robust, buoyant telecom industry in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, 2016-17, is going to create such a disruption in tariffs, in data availability, in low-cost mobile phones. And
give them a run for their money.
Absolutely. And now we have a brand new financial services company which is going to be listed. And as it lists, depending on the share price, it is likely to make it to the Nifty 50 stack, which is among India's 50 most valuable companies, and the Sensex 30, which is India's 30 most valuable companies. So on day one of its listing, we'll see tomorrow, there are talks that JFS could actually be among the 30 most valuable companies in India, the fifth largest financial services company.
Which are the other four, for the benefit of our viewers?
So you have IIFL, you have L&T Housing Finance, you had HDFC, which was a lender in itself. So you have the big wigs, right? You have those who have the larger ambit of banking and financial services as the core business. But Reliance also, remember, Reliance Industries has the NBFC license. It has a license to operate as a non-banking financial corporation. And that is going to come to extreme use with the listing of JFS.
Absolutely. And of course, all eyes will be on the listing of Jio Financial Services.